We're going to go from one horrible story of survival to a different type of brutal race for survival known as politics. Isn't that right, Kate?
Very good point. Thanks, Chris. Things are heating up in the race for New Jersey Senate seat. Popular Newark Mayor Cory Booker may have a double-digit lead, but he's watched that lead shrink over the last few months. Now, in the closing days of this race, his much lower-profile Republican opponent getting some serious GOP star power to back him up. Early start anchor John Berman joining us now with more. So what's going on in this race?
You didn't know we were almost at Election Day, did you? It's coming up Wednesday, a special election for a Senate seat in New Jersey. It really has become an all-star affair, and it hasn't really played out exactly the way everyone thought. With political celebrity and Twitter junkie Cory Booker on the ballot, the race for Senate in New Jersey has been high profile from the start. Now his opponent is bringing his own star power to the campaign. Just days away from the election, Tea Party favorite Sarah Palin headlined a rally for Republican candidate Steve Lonegan over the weekend.
You have the momentum with Steve's campaign. The rest of the country knows it. The media even knows it, and that's why they're getting all wee-weed up against Steve.
Palin seemed to be responding to the controversy surrounding Lonegan after one of his top advisors ridiculed Mayor Booker for having a Twitter exchange with a stripper, saying, quote, "I don't know, it was like what a gay guy would say to a stripper."
I can't be responsible for what all of them say, but I will take responsibility, so I terminated the gentleman for his inappropriate comments.
Booker says his opponent's conservative backing does not represent mainstream Republicans.
Sarah Palin, Rick Perry, Rand Paul, all the people that he's been affiliating himself within this don't represent the mainstream of the Republican Party. They represent the far-right Tea Party. So that's who he is.
With over 1.4 million followers on Twitter, Newark's mayor has been all over the local news for years with tales of saving abandoned dogs and rescuing his neighbor from her burning home.
I just didn't think I grabbed her and ran.
For months, Booker has had a double-digit lead over Lonegan, but that lead is shrinking, dipping to 12 points according to a poll released last week. That is thanks in part to his opponent's aggressive ad campaign.
Cory Booker, radical, liberal, extreme.
There really hasn't been a lot of issue-based discussion. It's been much more about personality and about the kind of things that often leave voters in the dark about who it is they're really voting for.
Now, we should say that Cory Booker returned to the campaign trail just this weekend. He had taken a few days off after the death of his father last week. And we also mentioned, Kate, that this race does appear to be tightening. Still, the polls show it at a 12-point margin for Booker, and that's a pretty substantial gap. If you were winning by 12 points, that's still a pretty big win.
And not a lot of time left to make up much more ground.
2 days.
Right, exactly. All right, we will watch it. Thanks, John.